Shalom, this is Mary Omni from the World Government House of King David, Holy Covenant Constitutional Enforcer. This is a Republic Notice. It's October the 4th, 2013. The title of this Republic Notice is called Migration Information. Now, people have been asking me about information about Alaska. Let me first state the disclaimer that me giving you information about what the Constitution says about where you should be at the time of Armageddon, at the time of Revelation, is me giving you the information that the Constitution already has. So I'm just informing you of that. Me informing you of that don't mean I'm responsible for your life. The Most High made you responsible for your life. I'm doing what the kingdom told me to do, to tell you the Constitution holds where you should be as the Zion heirs, the light heirs. You should be in Alaska. Alaska is close to Asia. We Judasians. We're Judasians, and Alaska is close to Asia. And as the magnetic pole flips, then we will be moving where we came from. So I suggest you get to Alaska before this month is out. Now, King YESHUA told his disciples, he said, if you can't leave that materialism behind, you can't follow me. Okay? If you can't leave all your material and whatever you call your little things that you gathered in this life, and most of the time was miserable with because this system wouldn't let you enjoy it. If you can't leave them things behind, you cannot follow King YESHUA. See, you got to be able to detach. Detach. Now, I practice this myself. I detach many times. Expensive furniture, this, that, because as far as I was concerned, nothing was going to keep me from levels of mobility, especially not an expensive couch or kitchen set I bought, or even a television, you know, or anything else. Not even a house. Not even a house if you're in an area where it's going to come under, you know, severe martial law. Okay? Now, the disclaimer is, the Most High made you responsible for your life. But the Most High also encouraged me and told me to impart this information to you. As a vessel, I received this information so I can make you aware that constitutionally, Alaska is the new capital of the New Jerusalem. Yeah, we are many things as a people. It doesn't mean that we don't still hold real claims on the old Jerusalem. This is the new capital of the New Jerusalem. There's a New Jerusalem, a new covenant, a new capital. Alaska is the capital of the New Jerusalem. And the Most High set up the Constitution along with his son, King YESHUA, whether you believe it or not. So I'm so happy because some people are asking me information about Alaska, which means they're getting ready to come to Alaska and get out of wherever they are. And I'm so proud of some of them, especially the ones who have children. I can't enforce this with women with children enough. You know, we see a lot of the males are just not there on that wall like they should be. We see a lot of these women struggling alone. You know, if you have any income right now and any money coming in, I suggest you follow the Constitution and get you and your children out of Dodge. Gather with whoever you can by cars, truck, plane, van, whatever you can do. and get out of the inner cities now. Get out of the inner cities now. Save your children's life. Save them from becoming discombobulated from you. Let's assume that it is very possible that the magnetic earth, the magnetic field poles of the earth will shift. Let's say that is very possible, okay? Then let's say that's very possible that things can break down, such as electricity grids and everything. You know, your human nature is to fight for survival, but I'm telling you not to do it at the last minute unprepared. And if you're going to fight for survival, go to the place where King YESHUA put it in the Constitution for you to be at, okay? You know, even if you don't have to, even if you have to skip all your bills, all your obligations, you take that money and you run. Run for you and your children's life, especially women and children. And so I'm, happy to get information of people who are beginning to make a move because, pretty soon that opportunity can be gone, and it can be gone within the next 24 hours for all I know. You better say your next 24 hours is not promised to you that you will be able to escape the bottlenecking of the cities if something goes down, because you're not going to have much time. And so it's, I'm elated that people are asking me questions. So at the end of this video, I'm going to direct you to JAHS. And JAHS going to have migration information, phone numbers for housing, information, phone numbers for welfare, phone numbers for hotels, motels, other type of resources that is in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm kind of directing people to Anchorage, Alaska because it's the biggest city in Alaska, but we do have blacks living in Eagle River, Alaska. We have blacks living in Wasilla, Alaska. We have blacks living in Fairbanks, Alaska. We have blacks in all parts of Alaska because a lot of blacks came up here because they served in the military. So, blacks are pretty much all over. But I'm saying this Alaska is 4 or 5 times the size of Texas. And it's bigger than the land that they are fighting over now. But King YESHUA is going to claim all of his inheritance. King YESHUA is going to claim all of his inheritance from here to Africa to the Middle East to the United States. King YESHUA and 144,000 is coming back to claim what's his, what's always been his and his namesake people of Judah. But while the claiming is going on, he has designated a place in the Constitution for you to be as the real citizens of this territory called Alaska, because it's not a state. You cannot make the New Jerusalem a state. We're bigger than a state. We're the capital of the New Jerusalem. So Alaska's not a state. That's what they propagandized in the corporate doctrine system. That won't go because Dwight Eisenhower had black womb descendancy. Therefore, he served for the Constitution, non-consenting jurisdiction. That's what he served. So when he signed papers in 1959, what he really did was non-consented Alaska to incorporate doctrines. Whatever way they took it is whatever way they took it, because he was born from a non-consenting and had non-consenting womb descendancy. Okay? So did his wife, even though they appeared in white skin. We have a couple presidents like that. We have William Hardy, who now they doing something on his wife, who they think she poisoned him. But William Hardy didn't want to talk about his black womb descendancy, and neither did President Lincoln. But, be that as it may, let me not get off topic. The topic is, at the end of this video, you're going to be directed to JAHS. It has a list of resources in Alaska, numbers for you to call, information for you to see. As much as I can give you, it will be at the end of this video where it will tell you where to go to find out the information that's posted on phone numbers, hotels, motels, the amount, information on how much they cost, you know, as far as I know, okay? Now, a lot of times you really have to come into a place to really get the feel of the place, but I'm giving you information on what I know about jobs, and I'm going to keep updating it. I'm going to keep updating it, so stay tuned to that. I'm going to keep updating and give you as much information as I can. But I can't emphasize enough to you, this is where you should be. It kind of disturbs me a little. It disturbs me when I see other children and people enjoying your land. It disturbs me when I see other children be able to play in peace and get yellow school buses. And it's not that I'm jealous, it's the fact that it's our constitutional wealth and everyone else is enjoying it, but our children are not enjoying it, and young mothers can't see their children enjoying some level of trees and mountains and some, you know, diverse schools and some, you know, of what their ancestors human capitally invested for 100 years. I see the Samoans here, I see the Mexicans here, I see, you know, Russians here, I see white people from all over the world here, I see, yellow Asians from all over the world. Everybody is enjoying this place but you, and they're getting your oil dividends. So, and I'm telling you, there are going to be certain places are protected. And my observation is this is going to be one. And the other significant piece is this is near the North Pole, so when the magnetic pole shifts, it won't be in the way like the coastal areas on the East Coast and other regions that they call the FEMA regions. Go to JAHS and find out the resources and listing and make a move soon. Make a move soon, because, I mean, you're going to scramble to survive. And a lot of times, you know, what King YESHUA said is going to come true. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge means even when you have the knowledge, not having the wisdom to do it, because wisdom is called gnosis. You don't have the Gnostic wisdom to apply the knowledge. That's why all the information that's going on the internet, if you have no application, then you still going to perish for a lack of knowledge. Some of the listings will be right after this video, but it will refer you to go for further and more information. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.